Hello, I'm Karina Gonzalez, and today I'm going to present whether my compound Juglone is going to be the molecular hero or villain of the year. Before we go deciding the fate of this molecule, we need a little background information on our organic compound known as Juglone. The chemical formula is C10H6O3 with a molecular weight of 174.15 gmol. The physical properties of Juglone. The physical form is a solid. The appearance is yellow color at first, but when oxygen is exposed to the pure form, it slowly turns into a red-brownish color seen in the picture. The melting point for it is 385.80 Celsius and 658.95 in Kelvin. The boiling point would be 155 Celsius and 428.15 Kelvin. The solubility in water for Juglone would be 0.0052 grams / 100 milliliters. The chemical properties for Juglone is its toxicity breaks down when exposed to air, water, and bacteria. The stability for this compound would be stable under standard conditions, preferably at room temperature, unless this compound is not flammable. The history of Juglone. It was first discovered in 1905 by French scientists M. Brismont and Arncombe by finding out it occurs in the leaves, roots, and the walnuts of the tree. While later on, it was discovered that the black walnut tree holds the greatest quantity of Juglone from all the species of the walnut family. The high concentration of the compound were located in the soil, underneath the tree canopy, and by the roots, whereas the low concentration of Juglone is in the leaves and in the stems. A few positive effects of Juglone would be using it for a herbicide. Due to the toxins that come from the compound, it makes it a great inhibitor of growth for the weeds, and an ideal way in the future to be part of the weed management strategies. Another benefit is it being effective as commercial antifungal drugs. By using a black walnut, it can prevent certain enzyme yeasts from growing and spreading and help fight against yeast infection. The last benefit would be using it as a natural dye, such as hair dye. As a result of the appearance being a reddish-brown color when exposed to oxygen, it makes it a good hair dye product for people wanting to dye their hair brown. Even though it has some positive benefits of using this compound, I would fairly say that the negative effects greatly cancel out the positive effects, making Juglone the molecular villain of the year. Taking into consideration that one of the main problems for using Juglone is it being a strong respiratory toxin that can cause damage to humans and other living things. If a person were to digest a small amount of Juglone, then it can cause a serious poison effect that's similar to how the effect cyanide has on humans. In addition, it can cause serious skin and eye irritation if not handled properly. The next negative effect would it being an environmental hazard, since it's mostly located in walnut trees and mainly in the roots. If there is any sensitive plants to Juglone nearby, it can cause sudden growth, wilting, and even death of the plants. A couple well-known examples of plants that are sensitive to Juglone would be tomatoes, peonies, potatoes, peppers, lilacs, and azaleas. Even though it's the villain of the year, you can still find a way to remove and neutralize the Juglone despite it being a long and patient process. You need to first remove the whole tree due to the Juglone being present everywhere in the tree, primarily in the roots. Another key thing to look out for is removing soil around the tree after it's gone. As mentioned earlier, if the Juglone is present in all parts, including the leaves, even though it's a small amount, when the leaves fall to the ground, the toxin gets absorbed into the soil and can remain there for several years. So, although there is a way to neutralize the Juglone, I would still classify Juglone as the molecular villain of the year due to the damages it caused to people and other living things. Thank you for watching my video.